Shazazz Creations, your one-stop shop when it comes to customization. Totes, tees, tumblers, hats, and more. Looking for a customized gift idea for a graduation, birthday party, baby shower, or just a unique creation of your own? Check out Shazazz Creations as seen here on Whitney D TV. Female, Black owned. Use my promo in the description box down below and let her know Whitney D of Whitney D TV sent you. Thank you. Bye.
What's up, Jewel Gang? So I would like to address this white woman who goes by the name of Nikki Marie on Facebook. Her page is private, but her DMs are wide open. You see, this scarecrow thought it'd be a good idea to slide in a black woman's DM, bully and harass her over having a small disability. Pause and read. Pause and read. Pause and read. You see, this beautiful black woman you decided to harass for having a small disability, when being compared to you is walking art. Black women are literally walking Picassos, which is why snow roaches like you envy us so much. You look like the cashier at H-E-B that has to call the manager every 5 seconds because you're too stupid to work the register. You look like splattered bird shit dried up on the side of someone's car. You couldn't match her beauty if she gave you an audio booklet with a step-by-step description on how to do so. And between me and you, I'm the bigger bully. Sit your ass down.
But you really lame. Did you really think you could play me? Well, you better think again. Quick to say these girls ain't loyal, but you got 7 girls in this band phone. Now tell me who's really loyal? It ain't you. These boys ain't loyal, talking about us girls, saying that we all bodies. But us girls will hold it down, pick you up, when you down, and give you anything you want. You're trying to run game that's already been played, gonna get your heart broken. Do you know who you are dealing with? Liar, liar. Thought you were slick. Liar, liar. But I'll always be flyer. Liar, liar.
What up, everybody? Welcome to the channel. If you're new, don't be. Go ahead and click that subscribe button to be a part of the Witness gang, to join the Witness Nation. Now let's get into this, shall we? Or whatever. Hello, you guys, and welcome to the channel. If you're new, don't be.
I'm Whitney.
What up, everybody? Happy Monday! Glory to God. If you hear my voice, nigga, we made it. We are blessed and highly favored, okay, to say the stinking freaking least. Yeah, so I'm just excited to be here, you guys. I will be back tonight, so make sure you guys look out for that reminder, okay? Before I get into the spiel of everything, y'all, I'm just feeling good. Why? I just wrapped up my interview with the New York Times. Hallelujah. Won't he do it? Die. Okay, I'm sorry. We'll get into the spiel of all of that. Before we do, I just want to give a round of applause and a shout out to my viewers. Let's go ahead and get into this chat, okay? Let me say hi or whatever to you guys. Hey, Nikki, Becky. Hey, my honey bunches of oats. Hey, Larry's minion. Hey, sweet and humble spirit. And oh my gosh, the name is so befitting. Hey, honey bunches of oats. Hey, West. How are you, honey? Hey, Tina Bina. I'm telling y'all, I'm gonna get some nicknames for everybody that's up in here. Hey, KD. And y'all, I get asked all the time, like, who is that song by? That 45. It's called 45. And it's an uncopywritten song that I just grabbed from my software. So I can't tell you who it's by. It's just, you know, you get a slew of free uncopywritten songs. And I liked it too. And so I just have it on there. Excuse the background, y'all. Our yard people are here. But anyway, so yes, that's called 45. Okay. I don't know who it's by. It's just in there. I mean, so yeah, you know, I'm sorry. Jam to it here. Okay. Hey, Bishop, I love you. I love you, brother. I love you so much. Thank you for coming through. Y'all, please share this video. You can share it here on YouTube. You can share it on Facebook. We got some updates to get into with this trial, child. Y'all gonna be like, what? Hey, miss, how are you? Thank you all, Queen. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much. Hey, Mississippi Mama. I watched the video on YouTube, liar. Yes. Hey, I got it. Hey, you know, seeing as though, you know, that's my boss. I'm on Ask Real Angelo's payroll. I gotta shout out my boss, you know. Anyways, hey, honey bunches. Hey, Miss Jones. Hey, Miss Jones. Hey, lovely life. Always. Hi. Hey, hello. Hey, bougie. Hey, honey. Hey, you guys. Welcome. Okay. So again, welcome to did I miss somebody? I saw somebody just slip on in here. Hey, Kat. Hey, Nene. All right. So let's get into the spiel of everything before we get into the gusp of everything. Okay. You guys, welcome to the channel. If you're new, welcome. Okay. I would love to see why you guys migrated over here. Like, what is it for the mess? Is it for the tea? Is it just what? Let me know in the chat. How did you find me? Why did you find me? Why are you back? I'm just interested. You know, we got 34 people in the building. Please make sure you guys click that like button. Okay, that's all I'm gonna ask you. Okay, now let's just get into the ground rules here before we get into the whole channel. Okay, know that going forward, if you don't want to hear all of this, make sure you come in like 15 minutes later. Okay, but I'm going to give the rundown of everything so you guys know, and eventually I won't have to, because you know how this show operates or whatever. Okay, this is the home of keeping it cute or getting the boot. Okay, it's your choice. You can respect my platform or you get out. You know, that's that little X button up there. You know, you don't have to listen to me. If I'm too much for you, you can't take, you can leave. All right. Otherwise, if you're going to stay here, I'd rather you do so. But make sure that you keep it very, very, very cute in a sense of you don't have to agree with me, but just respect my platform, respect me. Please don't be going at it with my mods. If they block you or something like that, it probably was for a purpose or whatever. Mods, if you got beef, personal beef with somebody in the chat, keep that beef off my platform. I'm not about that. Y'all know how I am, you know what I'm saying? But not for nothing. Mods, make sure you greet everybody that comes into here because you are mini me's, okay? And I love everybody, okay? But just make sure that you respect me. Please don't come over here spamming my chat with free R.Kelly. Don't think that's happening, okay? But also I am biased. I really am. I'm biased towards these alleged victims, and from what we've been reading, there's no allegations there, okay? But not for nothing. Take that elsewhere where that is supported, just not here, okay? I don't care for that. He is not watching my channel. I guarantee you that, okay? So keep that elsewhere. But if you do not agree, that's fine. That's fine. Just make sure you say it with your chest and you respect yourself by respecting me and keeping it cute, okay? All right. Okay. Hold on. Okay, sorry. And make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already. Okay. Now, if you want to take it a step further, you can join the channel. It's actually the link is located in the description box down below. However, okay, let me just, mods, if you can grab this from here on out and just every so often place it in the chat. So, those that would like to join the channel, this crazy channel. Okay. You can do so. Okay. All right. Okay. Because I'm Blockiana. All right. If no one knows that, Whitney is Blockiana. Okay. I will enjoy the block party. All right. I just don't care for, dramatics and stuff like that. Don't come in my chat trying to protest or whatever. I really don't care. Okay. All right. So if you would like to support the channel monetarily, it is right there. That is my Cash App. It will also be located, boom, right there at the bottom of the chat. Okay. I have Cash App, I have PayPal, and I have Zelle. Okay. Whichever one you prefer, whichever one suffices, please, check to, age. Sometimes these videos don't get monetized for whatever reasons. I love your super chats, but know that 30% goes to YouTube, rightfully so. Okay. Not for nothing, you guys. Let's go ahead and get into everything. Okay. First and foremost, you guys are aware of this R.Kelly trial that is pursuing. If you guys aren't, have you been under a rock? Okay. We are almost in completion. If you guys aren't aware, they are saying that we possibly could have a verdict by Friday, no later than Monday. Yes. Oh my gosh. Like, we are right there at the cusp of everything. Okay. So check out this particular update. And I get this from BNC that is located on YouTube. Okay. And I will be back. Okay. Let me go ahead and share this video. All right.
So the prosecution is expected to rest its case today, and I know that an expert psychologist was called to the stand on Friday, and I guess if they're cross-examined today, what could happen and what stood out the most for you for Friday?
Well, I think for Friday, one of the things that we have to remember that when you have an expert witness, you finally have a witness that is not necessarily or potentially not supposed to take one side or the next. A forensic psychologist is really supposed to say why the perpetrator did what they did, why the witnesses did what they did, why they stayed, why they waited so long to report. So these are questions that might be looming around for people who are part of the jury to try to figure out and just kind of get some glue as to the who's and the whys and what's really the psychology behind what's going on. So that's what really stood out for me, is that finally they had an expert witness. As you said, we've heard about from 45 witnesses, and nobody has been an expert witness in terms of getting to the psychology of the girls and of R.Kelly. So I think that it was just a good time, and of course a great way to wrap up a case so that we can get an idea about, well, the why behind everything from R.Kelly to those who claim that they were kidnapped and abused by him.
And you know what? Usually, a forensic psychologist, in this case, Don Hughes, pointed to the studies that show abusers often isolate and demean those that they think they can control. So, seems like her role here was very specific in this case.
Very specific, and it's very specific in terms of the timing that you want this last expert witness to come in and validate everything that you have said. You want the jury to leave from the prosecution side and feel like, you know what, this is a done deal. It's a wrap. I understand everything that's going on. Not only do I have witnesses, but I have a professional, someone who's been in their job for decades, studying research studies, validation, providing credibility that may not be so iffy. That it leaves us from this he said, she said realm, just like some of the other experts that we've seen on the trial. But now, as I said, we're getting into the minds of everybody to figure out, well, why did they do what they do? So the prosecution, just in terms of wrapping up their case, this is a solid way for prosecution on any case to finally say, it's done. We've done what we need to do. And here's an expert who also believes in our case.
Well, since as expert, she's citing studies and facts and things about this case that are not partial to any side. What can the defense do to tear that apart, to pick that apart, to say it's not, I don't know, against their client?
Yeah, so the defense is going to have a very short side in terms of presenting their witnesses, but they will also present experts. They're going to have their side of the case. They're going to have experts to talk about what the perpetrator was doing, alleged perpetrator was doing, what the young women, the alleged victims were doing in this case, and why they did what they did. So you always have, or you often will have, experts on both sides coming to testify. And then we're going to see what's going to happen on cross today in terms of the expert testimony of the prosecution. The other thing that the defense can do is they can bring the current girlfriend or girlfriends of R. Kelly to come and explain the situation and maybe say, you know what, I heard everything that was going on in this trial, and maybe some of that was true, but here's what was going on behind the scenes. I not only know from experience, but I'm experiencing it now. I think that's the one thing that the defense can do to kind of bolster their case, to say R. Kelly may have had some weird rules and some weird ways of doing things, and there might be some things morally that you don't like, but here are some things that are going on that I don't think you understand because I'm in the middle of it now. And the only person that can probably do that, since we know R. Kelly is not taking the stand, is a current girlfriend or girlfriends to come and speak on his behalf. So we'll have to see if that happens.
Well, even if they do come and speak on his behalf, is there a possibility that they can cross-examine those girlfriends and then say psychologically, are they fit to testify, or are they being controlled or coerced to say these things?
Absolutely, you can have a psychologist come back on, during their cross, and you can hear from the prosecution again, try to make sense of why the girls are there. And here's the truth too: even though you might have somebody testify on his behalf and give supporting witness testimony, if they are a girlfriend, for example, it doesn't necessarily lend itself to someone say that they were, given herpes and berated and bruised and raped and sexually assaulted and kidnapped and all of these things that we hear, or married at the age of 15. So there's some things that obviously R. Kelly just is not going to be getting away with. However, there are some things that are kind of open for argument. And a former girlfriend, a current girlfriend, is the one who can be in that position to provide some background for R. Kelly to support his defense.
Well, we also have to be clear that R. Kelly has denied all of these allegations, and the defense is expected to take a shorter time, as you mentioned, presenting their case. So in that case, how long can this take until we see a verdict?
Well, you're right, Shannon. R. Kelly has said all along, I mean, throughout the decades, I did not do it. He's always maintained that he was innocent. I would expect that we're going to hear from witnesses from the next few days. We might even get a verdict on Friday. However, judges normally like to give the jury a rest sometimes, and maybe they might do that on Friday and have them come back and reconvene and kind of go right from a fresh start of the day to start their deliberations. But my latest would be Monday for a verdict, but it might possibly be Friday.
All right. Thank you, Candace, for always giving us the best updates. We know you'll.
All right, or whatever, you guys heard it. Okay, you heard it from the media, the press, or whatever the case may be. But like, I mean, look, like I tell y'all, I'm just waiting for the stuff to hit the fan. Okay, I don't really, everything is speculation. Everything is still up in the air, even when you hear it from me. But I try to back myself up with some receipts or whatever. Anyways, y'all. Okay, so let's talk about what we just heard before we get into these submissions of motions and all this stuff like that. So, as you guys heard, like I told you guys, we can have a verdict as soon as Friday, no later than Monday, okay? Because defense is already on their second, third witness. Like it's going really fast. So you know, we may be hearing a verdict here soon or whatever. And um as we heard, anybody that can probably, like, you know, put a spin on everything when it comes to everything is a current girlfriend. Now, we all know who's currently still with this Negro, unfortunately, okay? It is Joy. I, for one, would not want her to hit the stand. Why? Let me not trying to be funny. No shade, no tea. Okay, if you guys remember the Gayle King interview, even further back, let's go. No, actually, that's not further back. Further forward in time, when she got on TMZ and we could see them saying cut across the chest, like she just can't interview well, you know. And some people just can't. Some people, you know, if you notice, Azrael kind of took lead when it came to that whole interview because, duh, you know that Kelly knew what he was doing by putting the girls how he did them. He knew that who was the feisty one. He said it. You know what I'm saying? And in comparison to Ass and Joy, come on now, if they put this child on the stand, child, I prosecution is going to eat her alive. Prosecution is going to eat her alive. Yeah, she may go in there and strive with defense, but when prosecution, oh my God, I just that would be interesting. If it was me, I would not do that. However, as you heard, if they were to do that, then they always can bring the medical examiner up there and say, you know what I'm saying, boom, this is a prime example in present time what is going on when you're still involved with Kelly and da 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 da. And I'm just saying, hold on, y'all, really gotta take this 1 second. Boy, the enemy is upset, I tell you, but no weapon. Okay. Anyways, okay. So yeah, I wouldn't advise for them to put her on the stand. I just wouldn't. I just wouldn't, because that won't be a good look. I would just let her just be present if it was me, to show that he ain't that bad. Somebody is still here. You know what I'm saying? So that's just my opinion. I wouldn't do that, and I darn sure wouldn't put R.Kelly butt up on trial. What you gonna say, nigga? What you gonna say? I let me see what y'all have to say in regards to that. Tamika says that last witness for cross today, that lady says she's never interviewed an accuser, she's never observed any accuser, and she said she never read transcripts. Wasn't much credible. She said she didn't know anything about the case, why they used her. Who was it? Was it for the defense or prosecution? Yeah, that's what I'm about to say. Now, love, if you're talking about the psychiatrist, that's perfect. And with that being said, it shows that she's not biased towards anybody. And that's what you want. Just like the jurors, they don't want them to know nothing about the case. So they're not given a biased terms. So that's the reason why. That's the reason why she's actually very important to the case. Yeah, Tamika, prosecution, that's why. They're showing that if she hasn't read all these things, she's not biased. And normally, when they put physicians on the stand, as we just heard in the update that I just posted, those people don't go really for either side. You know what I'm saying? Defense could have did the very same thing, but it wouldn't have looked good. You know what I'm saying? So the very reason why prosecution did that is because at the end of the day, it's going to weigh in their favor because they're, for one, they're not biased. Okay. And then for two, it shows that they don't have any information in regards to the trial, that they're just going to go by their professional opinion. So it's very beneficial. Tiana says, I think the prosecutors actually want Joy to testify because she'll put the icing on the cake. Real talk, no, for real. You're absolutely right. As a prosecutor, I would too. But I'm just saying, as defense, and you guys know, I'll be trying to be a little bit fair. If I was with defense, heck no, sit your butt down. I will put her on something real fancy, let her be cute, and let her just be present. And just that's stronger being present and being supportive than to be on trial, because the girl can't speak to save her life. She was sitting in front of her parents and couldn't articulate a sentence. I'm just saying, no shade, no tea. I just wouldn't. I just wouldn't. So, okay, let's continue, okay? Secondly, what I wanted to discuss and what I wanted to talk about, because baby, when I tell you, I don't know if I can say this. I'm just speaking from my opinion. Baby, they are already moving on to Illinois. They said this is done. This case is done. Defense are already trying to cover their behinds when it comes to Illinois. Okay. So the defense submitted this particular document. I'm going to share my screen. We're going to read over it a little bit. Okay. And then I'm going to get into a little bit of transcript reading. Okay. Okay. So this is the defense. They submitted this letter of motion seeking an adamant of the proposed jury. Well, we'll just read it, okay? We'll just read it. Okay. This is defense again. This is for the defense. This is for R.Kelly, on behalf of R.Kelly. I hope you guys can all see that, okay? Let's see. Y'all can see that or whatever? All right. All right. Okay. So let's get into this particular document, okay? And before we do, I'm sorry. Let me give a good shout out. Oh my gosh, to the R.Kelly case open discussion. This is where I received this particular file. I like to give out my sources and credits too, because baby, I ain't got time. Nope. The R.Kelly case open discussion is where I got this particular file, this particular document, and they report on this case relentlessly. Okay. And you're able to be either sided in there and discuss accordingly. Okay. But yeah. It says, Jay says, is it true that R.Kelly's defense admit to their having sex with Aaliyah? I didn't hear about that, sweetie. I don't know. I mean, okay. Let me go ahead and get into this motion, okay? But shout out to the R.Kelly case open discussion, okay? And let me get my watermark up on here. Okay, and let me make this bigger. Okay, let's go ahead and read this particular submission. Okay, again, this is by the defense. Dr. Judge Donley, the defense submits this letter of motion seeking an adamant of the proposed jury instructions. The defense recognized that the court directed the parties to submit joint proposed instructions. However, after a review of the testimony elicited elicited at trial, the defense submits that the proposed adamants are required. Okay, so this is their request. Okay, for racketeering, mind you, again, y'all see that what it's for? Illinois. Okay, baby, they know that this is done. Okay, they know that this is done. They are moving on to Illinois. They said, good, all right, you know, let's start gearing up for Illinois. Okay, let's start looking at Illinois and see if we can get, you know, a head start. Okay, they're submitting this request for Illinois trial. Mind you, that's what we was trying to tell y'all. This is kind of, if I'm not mistaken, and you guys in the chat can confirm, like I said, I'm not that deep within this thing like this, okay? This is kind of small. Y'all thinking that oh, this is major. No, boo-boo. Illinois is where the ish gonna really hit the fan. Because Illinois is not only federal, it's state. Okay. Federal and state is about to transpire in Illinois. Federal and state in Illinois is where everything really took place. That's where Rashonda allegedly is going to be, okay, and where all the evidence is going to pour out. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into this submission. Okay, and I tell you now that prosecution, they responded. But let's see what the defense had to say. With respect to Illinois statute for bribery, the proposed instructions currently reads. Okay, thank you. I see true. Yeah, Illinois is about to be cutthroat. Y'all think that this was something? Oh, wait until y'all really see the everybody's like, great video. Y'all babies. He has 3 different places to go. What is y'all talking about? New York is just one. That's minuscule. And this was major. Oh, but baby, wait until Illinois. Illinois is fed and oh, baby. That's why I said, while y'all sit up here talking about free R.Kelly, y'all need to be giving some free prayers. That's what you need to be praying for. Okay. Anyways, Illinois Criminal Code sections 533-1A provides let me see. I'm looking at the chat. Nikki says, I don't know about that. Don't think jail will help. No, I don't think jail will help either. What you guys got to understand, no one wins. No one is winning in this situation. No one. And that's why I be trying to tell you, y'all be like, you just trying to take the black man down. No. I want the black man to be held accountable. And with accountability comes help. If you be honest with yourself, you can move forward. You can get the help that you need. But if you're still in denial, baby, can't nothing be done by that. So while y'all talking about free R.Kelly, how about you say free R.Kelly and get him some help? So nobody wins. Anyways, a person commits bribery when with intent to influence the person of any act related to the employment and function of any public officer or public employee. He promises or tenders to that person and property which he is not authorized by law to accept. Hey, Tanya, Coco. Hey, Honey Bunches of Oats. Welcome. The government must prove beyond a reasonable doubt each of the following elements. Why would they do this? Why would they? Okay. If you ask me, these idiots, the defense is trying to say, we need y'all to make it plain, make it clear. Y'all, okay. Prosecution is not going to be asking. Oh, okay. I'm not even going to go there. It was, okay. So, Google said free R.Kelly nasty mind. No, it's already free. That's need to be in prison. That mind. Okay. Elements first, that the person the defendant sought to influence was a public officer or public employee. Now, I don't think they want those problems. Why in the hell would they say first you need to prove that it's an officer? Mind you, they just put somebody on the stand. What was it, today or yesterday, that he paid off. He was an officer. Am I right or wrong? Somebody can tell me. Please. So y'all really finna take this to Illinois for them? Okay. Second, that the defendant caused another person to promise or tender property to the person the defendant sought to influence. And y'all, allegedly, from what I heard, he borrowed Rashonda and them people a house or something like that. Allegedly. But anyways, let's continue. Third, that the defendant did so with the intent to influence the performance of any acts related to that person's employment or function as a public officer or public employee. Child. However, the pattern jury instructions given by Illinois courts provide these. Okay, now look, y'all gonna have to look at these. I'm not gonna read all this, so I'm just gonna skim through it. Okay, all right. Okay. Therefore, according to the Illinois pattern jury instructions, the person charged, okay. You know what? The thing is that they're basically asking for more evidence. Okay. That's what they're asking for. They're asking for the juries basically to get more evidence. And then the defense is basically saying y'all gonna have to prove all these, and it kind of makes it it broadens it. What's the word? It pushes the goalpost back, if you will. So by them putting in this motion, they're pushing the goalpost back. Okay. So that's what they're doing. I'm just scanning through this. So you guys want to, y'all can come back on here and y'all can read them yourself. But see, people want to sit here and be like, oh, you need to read all the transcripts. You need to do all of this. And I do, and they still be asking some ridiculous questions or making, proposing some ridiculous claims. Okay. So here is everything. We're almost on the last page. And then we're going to get into the response of, all right, that's it. Now let's see what the prosecution had to say in regards to what the defense stated. Okay, let's see what the prosecution said. They probably said F y'all. Okay. All right. So this is prosecution, like I said, response to the defendant. To the defendant's response. Okay. I see you, Tamika. Tamika says, I'm just trying to tell Whitney this means they want his charges dropped because he's charged with the same thing in Illinois. There isn't enough proof he was a part of it. No, love. I get that. No, I get what you're saying. However, let's see what prosecution says. Okay, let me just see what prosecution says. Okay, because that's fine that he's charged. You can be charged for the same stuff in a different district. I mean, I could be wrong. Somebody in the chat tell me if I'm right or wrong. He can still be charged. And I don't think that they're going to be charging him for something that they can't prove. Just saying, Tamika, I could be wrong. I could be wrong. Somebody in the chat, let me know. You know, what do I know? Okay. Okay. So let's continue. All right. This is what prosecution had to say in response. Yes, I'm aware of that, but I really believe he didn't have anything to do with it. Oh my God, Tamika. Okay. You know what? If y'all tune in tonight, we're going to actually take a look at John Doe 1. I found a picture of him, allegedly to be, and I found the transcript in regards to his robbery charge. We're going to read that, and we're going to see if R.Kelly had nothing to do with that as well. Okay? All right, you guys, let's see. Okay, let's continue. So that in response to the defense's letter, this is what the prosecution had to say. Dear Judge Donnelly, the government respectfully submits this letter in response to defendant September 18, 2001. Letter motion seeking an amendment of the proposed jury instructions, which includes a request that Racketeering Act 1 be dismissed. CECF number 219 and seeking certain clarifications and additions to the proposed jury instructions for the reasons set forth below, with the exception of the defendant's motion as it pertains to Racketeering Act 9. The motion should be denied. Let's see why. Okay, that's why I was saying, Tamika, y'all got to understand. The feds have a 97% conviction rate. Their procedure goes as follows. They gather up their evidence, and however long that may take. Okay, prime example is Sweetie Pie's son. They took 4 years. Allow this man to set this situation up. Allowed him to actually go into the situation, and they gather up their evidence and then they strike. Okay, that's a very smart way to do that. Okay, versus how state do it. Let me tell you how state do it. And state is what our police officers do here. Okay, and tell me if I'm wrong. Y'all can tell me, I mean, if y'all have ever been in this situation or whatever, even if your house been broken into. Let me show you. Let me just, what happens in those cases is that they lock you up first, and then they go gather up their stuff, right? That's why cold cases are so predominant, because they don't do their due diligence. They don't do their research like the feds will. See, feds got time. Yeah. They understand their assignments. Okay. State ain't got time for that. They don't get paid for that. So what they do is they lock you up, put you in there, and then they go to your house and see, they gather us stuff. And then, but feds don't do that. Yeah. See now, they go through everything with a fine tooth comb. So if they're presenting something, yeah. Okay. Anyways, so the defense is showing while the judge should just ignore what the freaking defense submitted. Okay, this is their response. Okay, the defense motion to dismiss Racketeering Act 1 and his request to charge regarding, I'm so sorry, y'all, that was so rude. Excuse me. Regarding Racketeering Act 1. Okay. The court should reject the defendant's assertion that Racketeering Act 1 be dismissed. As a preliminary matter, the defendant's request to dismiss Racketeering Act 1 is premature, as the government has not yet rested its case in chief. Meaning, I told y'all, they trying to get ahead. They are trying to get ahead. They're trying. Illinois. No, baby. No. Let's take one step at a time. Again, that's what feds do. They say no. Let's wait. Let's finish doing what we're doing here, and then we're gonna prove why we got the charges here too, baby. Just hold on. Hold on. Okay. So, yeah. Okay. Moreover, the defendant enormously claims that the defendant must have himself tendered the property at age. Okay. Property issue here approximately $500 in cash to an employee at the Illinois Department of Public Aid. Again, they have proof. Okay? They have proof. Now, again, I'm going to scan through this. This is a lot. Okay? When y'all want to, when this is done, y'all can run it back and y'all can pause it and you can read it for yourself. Okay? Let me stop here, though. It says, finally, with respect to Racketeering Act 1, there is currently ample. Hey, G, honey bunches of oats. Hey, honey. We didn't see you Friday, heifer. Okay. Look at me getting off topic. Ample. See that? Let me highlight that for the people in the back that can't see that. Y'all gonna still be on her. I didn't see that. There you go. Ample evidence in the record reflecting the defendant's participation. Where you, Tamika, my love? There is currently ample evidence in the record reflecting the defendant's participation. Okay? Not Jonathan, not Robert, okay, y'all gotta understand again. Feds can get stuff that state can't. Feds will, baby, you think you taking out cash. Oh, okay, y'all better know. Okay, let me read that again. I'm gonna get some rewind shirts, I promise you. There is currently ample evidence in the record reflecting the defendant's participation in the bribery scheme, including, but not limited to, testimony regarding the defendant being present in the hotel room where Demetrius Smith, hey, Tamika, honey bunches, okay, Don't be laughing. She said, I'm here. You hearing this, pretty girl? You hearing this? There is currently ample evidence, honey. All right, Tina Bina, hurry back. Evidence and record reflecting the defendant's participation in the bribery scheme, including but not limited to testimony regarding the defendant. See, what y'all got to understand, you can't even be in the room. If you even hear a situation, what is that word called? Let me see if somebody's going to put it in the chat. When you hear a murder scheme going on, but you ain't plotting it, but you hear it. What is it called? What's the word called? Let me see if somebody gonna put it in the chat. When you hear something going on, even if you ain't participating, but you just hear it. Accessory. Thank you, West Coast. So did at any point in time, Kelly go tell the police, oh my, I heard Demetrius Smith talking to someone else and said he was gonna do a bribe on behalf of me. Shame on him. No, he didn't. He sat his butt down. But let's continue. Testimony regarding the defendant being present in the hotel room where Demetrius Smith suggested he could bribe any employee. Mind you, y'all want to go back to what the defense said? See, the defense is dumb. I'm sorry, they're ignorant. I think they're really trying to throw this case because let's go back to what the defense was requesting, okay? This is stupid. They're dumb, okay? And I'm not no rocket scientist. I'm not even a lawyer myself. Let's just see what the defense had to say. Let's just see what the defense requirement was, and let's see if the prosecution met that. Oh, the government must prove beyond a reasonable doubt each of the following elements. That the person the defendant sought to influence was a public officer or a public employee. That the defendant caused another person to promise or tender property to the person the defendant sought to influence. That the defendant did so with the intent to influence the performance of any act related to that person's employment or function as a public officer or public employee. A person commits bribery when, with intent to influence the performance of any act related to the employment and function of any public officer or public employee, he promises or tenders to that person any property which he is not authorized by law to accept. So, what I'm saying is that he was the influence. Okay? He committed the first element that the freaking defense was asking. I got you, Tamika. I see you got a question. Hold on tight, baby cakes. I got you. The person the defendant sought to influence was a public officer. Okay, he influenced. It wasn't the first one. I think it was the second one. Defendant sought to influence. That's what it was. But the thing is that he played a part. That's what I'm trying to get you guys to understand. You can't be just sitting there and hearing these conversations and not stopping it. Even if you had nothing to do with it. That's just like somebody saying, girl mess with you, Whitney, I'ma kill him. And I just sit back and be like, nothing. I'm supposed to say, no, don't do it. Don't kill her. Oh my God, no. He didn't do that. So he's accessory. So he's a part of it. So technically, excuse me, that's what the issue is. Okay, Tamika, what's your question, honey? Real quick. Real quick, Tamika, ask your question. But let me go ahead and okay, yeah, I just wanted to get back on here. Demetrius Smith suggested he could bribe an employee at the IDPA, the defendant accompanying. Okay, he accompanied accompanied Smith and Aaliyah, okay, to the local office. So this nigga was there. He didn't wait in the car. He didn't wait around the corner. He didn't wait at the whole. You idiot. See, do you see what I'm saying? Ah, God. Okay, let me continue to scan these pages so you guys can come back and read it for yourselves. I'm just saying. So that's why I'll be telling y'all. Like, know that, hey, Shanae, know that they're not just bringing this stuff out of nowhere. Okay? Uh-oh. Woohoo! Guess what? This is what we're going to be talking about tonight, y'all, right here. With respect to Racketeering Act 8B, the end. Oh, yes, I knew it. I got to tell my husband. I knew it. Listen to this. And this is what we're covering tonight, y'all. Got to come back tonight. That's why I tell y'all, I'll be doing more than just, I try to do more than just read them because it's stuff that we can discover together. So peep this out, y'all. Because, we've been reading the transcripts from John Doe 1, right? And so I was listening closely to the whole bribery situation. And I covered it when Riel's car got on fire and all that stuff like that. Y'all can go back and check, my background. However, I was listening to like the bribery attempts and all this stuff like that, right? And it just stuck out with me because I didn't know this was the dude that was, doing the bribery. So I said, okay, let me do my research. And he lied on the stand, y'all. Yeah. Peep this out right here. So it says right here, and I knew it. I told my husband. I knew they were going to get. Okay, listen. Okay. On or about in between April 28, 2015 and May 1st, 2015, both dates being approximate and inclusive within the Central District of California, the Northern District of California, and elsewhere. The defendant, Robert Sylvester Kelly, together with others, did knowingly and intentionally persuade, induce, entice, and coerce an individual, to which Jane Doe number 5, and who is that? As R.Kelly, to travel in interstate commerce to engage in sexual activity for which a person can be charged with a criminal offense okay. So she's also going to be brought up in Illinois. Man, say. That's why I was trying to tell people. He traveled with them. All these charges and cases, these bodies, literal bodies, they're moving with him. But y'all can read. Y'all can read this. I'm scrolling. Tamika says, like, for instance, handing out his number to these women or making folks sign NDAs. I'm a part of the music business. I have a cousin that does music. I know for a fact it isn't the artist that makes. Please sign those things. It's his team. Tamika, stop it. Okay, I like you, Tamika, but stop it. Stop giving this man excuses, okay? And again, he has to be aware of what his team does. That's just like me and my mods. I can't sit up here and be like, well, my mods did it. I have to have some kind of form of responsibility as the overseer of my channel. Okay, and I have a just freaking YouTube channel. Okay. And NDAs can be shafted when it comes to the feds. None of that crap applies. We just heard how Demetrius got immunity in regards to his NDA. Nikki says, so can the guys take plea deals, or if they have already taken plea deals? They have already taken plea deals. They have. That's why they out here crying and pouring their hearts out, because they know what's going to happen after this. What I got to understand is, and this is it with that, and we're going to get in a little bit of the transcript reading if we have time. I got to see how long we've been on here. Let me see. Okay, it's about to be an hour. We might do a little transcript reading, but I want to go ahead and get into a little bit more information in regards to this. Let's talk it up. They've already taken plea deals. If you see them on a stand and they saying that they really didn't want to be there and all this stuff like that or whatever, they got subpoenaed. And to be honest with you, a lot of them lied on the stand. A lot of them lied on the stand. You guys got to understand that their lawyers, he still lies with this man, unfortunately. You know what I'm saying? He threatened them too. So at the end of the day, they gonna have to deal with this. That's why I just don't want Joy to go on that stand, because y'all gonna understand this is fed. This is day for day. You commit perjury, this ain't no you get 10 and do 5. No, you get 10, 12. You doing day for day with feds. And they can prove it. They can prove it. So at the end of the day, they're getting proven to be liars on this stand. I even showed y'all with the Mayweather twins that they were lying. And they showed it with their text messages. Don't think that after they take down the head, they're not going to deal with the body. I'm just saying. Let me see what y'all saying in the comments. Tamika said, that's why I asked you the last question. I think you missed it. I think I did, Tamika. Let me go back, baby. Are you talking about this one? Everybody that's in the New York case will be a part of the Chicago case? Yes. Yes, and more. Yes, and more. And then I think he has to go Minnesota or somewhere else. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay, Marcel says, question. Why when arrested did the enterprise not clear out the storage place with videos, etc.? Azrael told the feds where storage was. Why did he not get rid of evidence? Well, it's just like this. It's just like when we hear about these serial killers, right? If y'all ever watched a show like I think it was something Minds, Criminal Minds. Oh my gosh, I love that show, right? Okay. It's a narcissistic thing to be able to go back to the scene of the crime. That's how sick. That's what I'm saying. Like, this is deeper than what y'all think. Why everybody is free R.Kelly and worrying about this man's song. No, he has. Y'all gotta understand, in traumatic situations, we're still forgetting the fact of the matter that this man got allegedly went through some sexual trauma himself. Okay, and to still stand on trial and say he's done nothing to do the act that he did on Gayle King, like this grown 50-some-year-old man break down like that. Y'all gotta understand, he's been through stuff, okay? And you gotta understand, on top of all those demons, the narcissistic mind, that is basically going back to the scene of the crime. Why do you think whenever you heard Jane Doe 5 say, and which is Azrael, say that when she did the whole feces, wiping of the feces on her face, stuff like that, he watched it. He watched it. It's like going back to the scene of the crime and basically relishing in your work. You know what I'm saying? So that's why he didn't get rid of none. And then you got to understand, you got, no shade, Tamika, you got people like that, you know what I'm saying, encourage the craziness, that gives excuse and by way of, and we all did it for years. Like I said on the interview that I did with the New York Times, hopefully they used that particular piece. Because he asked, you know what I'm saying, like, who was R. Kelly for you? I said, what? Inspiration. I'm way young, when it comes to him. However, I remember singing I Believe I Can Fly in school and stuff like that. I remember even after the allegations of Aaliyah, I kept listening to his music. Okay. And then when the whole trial came on, he got off, right? So what is the problem? And we didn't have social media like we have now. So it just kind of just like, okay, he got off on that. Look at the whole likes of Michael Jackson. So I just gave him a bit of the doubt, and I kept it pushing. TP2.com was my favorite, album. So I kept it pushing. It wasn't until Here Present, like I said, with the Savages and stuff like that coming out, that made me be like, oh, wow. Oh, this is still happening. This is really happening. Oh, he's really, okay. Oh, okay. So the thing is that you got to understand that this man's mind has been still going in this form and fashion. And so he's not thinking he gonna get caught. He been going on this on, like he said, arrogantly, narcissistically on that video that leaked. They should have did this 30 years ago. It's just, Miss Davis says Demetrius Smith was sitting up there persuading himself for R.Kelly. The government already know the answers before the witness take the stand. Thank you, Miss Davis. Absolutely. Absolutely. Mm-hmm. Yep. Tamika says, no, Whitney, there isn't any more witnesses for Chicago. They are using the same people. Go back to the Chicago transcripts. Huh? There is that. I'm telling you, Tamika, it's more people that's going to be in Illinois. It's another person, shall I say, even if it's one other person. Rashonda was not here in Chicago, but she's going to be in Illinois. And if you don't know who Rashonda is, she's from that tape. She's allegedly cooperating. So again, it's not just the people from Chicago, but it's going to be additions. And what you also got to understand is that he traveled with these same people. So it's okay if they go to Illinois with the same people because he had sex with them there, where you can't do that. Tamika says, but on Stan Whitney, she said he wasn't there. Gotta be fair. Who said that? Tamika, who? Jay says, I believe they got him on the Aaliyah stuff. There is a marriage certificate. The problem I'm having is they have not called Barry Hankerson, nor not, yep. That is true. But you got to understand his reach. Y'all, we heard about officers and stuff being involved. That reach, man. But you never know. Tamika says, but I've always been young and fast as well, going after older baller men and had a baby, lying about my age and things of that nature. Tamika, that right there would probably make me just not talk to you no more. That's no excuse. That is no excuse whatsoever. Oh, that's so sad. And see, no shade, but that mind frame is exactly the reason why he got off. So you mean to tell me because these girls, be it or not, were fast, so they deserve to be sodomized, they deserve to be raped, they deserve to be molested, they deserve to be beat, they deserve to have feces smeared on their face and eat it because they were fast? So basically you saying they got what they deserved because they lied about their age and they were hot and fast. Wow. Well, that's neither here nor there in regards to that. And that sounds very personal and emotional. But what is on paper in black and white is illegal. So regardless of the settlements, you can't do that in the court of law. It's laws against that. Okay? And as a grown adult, whoever your baller person was, and the likes of R.Kelly, should have shooed your little fast butt on. But he didn't do that. So at the end of the day, regardless of how you spend it, as the adult in this situation, he should have turned away. He should have turned away. Jay said, look, we may not agree on the lifestyle, but R. Kelly is the shit when it comes to the music. It's not just the lifestyle, and I just want to point this out for you guys. The sick thing about it that you guys can't, y'all can't bring about the different. Well, y'all bring about the difference between the monster and the music. There's no different, y'all. when you hear a song that he helped write for Aaliyah, Asian number going down and number thing, it's correlating with him going down on this girl when she was 12 years old. Or feeling on your booty, allegedly it was talking about a John Doe. Are we going to talk about it? Let's not act like stuff isn't in the music. So you have to be cognitive of what you're allowing in your ear gates. When you have Lil Nas X singing Old Town Road and it's talking about something sexually explicit, but it was geared towards the children. I'm sorry, as I sat up here and told you, I was a big advocate, a big fan of the likes of R.Kelly. However, when you know better, you do better. I can't sit here on this platform hearing all this evidence and still come up with an excuse for this man. Seeing footage. See, ain't that the hypocrisy of it all? That y'all sit up there and yell to the top of y'all lungs that the parents should have known better because y'all saw the tape, but in the same breath, it's the hypocrisy for me. Marcel said, what does everyone really think R. Kelly is? I think he is a sociopath. Me too. I think he's a sociopath. And like I said, he also has been through traumatic situations. You know what I'm saying? So. Mm-hmm. Yep. And it seems like we're not going to get into the reading of the transcripts. However, I'm reading it tonight. So you guys can, we'll read that tonight. I just want to hear what you guys got to say. Tanya Coco says the prosecutor have to prove when the females cross state lines, it was for sexual relations. The women or girls stated that they were traveling for addition. M. Edwards says those that know law, testimony is direct evidence under the law. My pop is a lawyer in San Francisco Bay Area. I asked him just now, testimony is direct evidence. They don't need a Lil Mom or Barry. Come on. I need M. You need to email me. Email me because I want to talk. Sweet and Humble Spirit says they don't need Barry Hankerson. They have the marriage certificate. Well, we just heard today we don't need it. Tanya says you can't go on emotion, just facts. Exactly. And that's what I'm saying. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter if I don't like this man or not, or whatever the case may be. What did he do as far as that was illegal? What was illegal that he did? And they're proving that so far. M. Edwards says, Black women, stop calling yourself fast. That's from slave owners mentality. It really is. So, again, something that I stated on the interview that I did with the New York Times. The difference between the Harvey Weinstein case and this one. Them white girls who knew what they were doing were not calling themselves fast and did not get scrutinized like these little Black girls did. And I say Black girls because you have a freaking John Doe who did exactly what a Jane Doe did. And I've heard nothing about it. This John Doe's mom was literally fanning out behind R. Kelly. And you hear nothing about him. But everybody was dragging this particular Jane Doe. Still is. And her parents. But this John Doe literally gets away with it. That tells you the amount of empathy, the amount of respect that they have for Black women. And we have for ourselves. Them white women sued the mess out of Harvey Weinstein and they won. Y'all better do y'all research. He gave out millions of dollars to these women. And y'all want to sit here and still yell out money when ain't nobody proved, ain't nobody showed not one receipt. Mm-mm-mm. Jay says, I know they have a settlement, but Barry came out and said that he thinks Aaliyah's mom knows more on Dr. Oz. Tasha K said that R.Kelly had a threesome with both Aaliyah and Diane. No shade. She done said a lot of stuff. And oh boy. Tamika says, oh no. Aw. Tanya, I love you too. I don't mean to be crazy. I don't mean to be crazy. Marcel says Rashonda may say again it was not her. Do we know if she is on prosecution side as she was living in his car? The thing is that I think she's been subpoenaed, and prosecution has to prove their case. So predominantly the witnesses are going to be for prosecution. Now, defense case is to redirect stuff and to to cross, my bad, and to poke holes in the stories of these prosecutors, of the prosecution witnesses. Okay, but it's for prosecution to prove their case, if that makes sense. So, I mean, she can say that all she wants, but clearly they are subpoenaing her for a reason. I did not think Rashonda would testify as she would perjure herself. Exactly. I don't think she's going to perjure herself. Hey, beautifully animated. Please do. Please do. My email is actually going across under my Zelle account right there. Reviews with Whitney D at gmail.com. That's my email. Let me scroll down. Okay. All right. Let me see what else you guys have to say. Almost getting at the bottom. Who was actually there? This is hearsay. We don't know if any of what these people say is correct. Why put a brother in the ground already? Oh my gosh. First off, I hate comments like this. Let me tell you why. If this was Ricky down the street, would you have the same energy? Because it's R.Kelly, you want to sit here and say, oh, put a man in the ground. Are you worried about the girls he put in the ground? Allegedly? And why is it that we always are trying to give way to black people when they're wrong? Y'all want to sit here and put Bookie on a shirt and say free Bookie when he just murdered somebody's granny. What is I just like the minds of people sometimes. That's sick. No, I want Bookie arrested so he won't shoot my mom. Y'all have to get out of this mentality to where y'all are more supportive of the abuser, the accusers. It's not here, and then furthermore, they have evidence. Like, what is wrong with y'all? Like, seriously, like, this is a real serious question. If this was my father, I'm telling it. Don't commit a crime and think you're going to get away with me. You should not be giving this man any leeway because he's black. This brother put himself in the ground by committing the acts that he committed. And this is not alleged or hearsay when he has audio, when he has video, proven so. You can pick and choose what you want to say is hearsay in this case, But when you have proof of it, it's no longer hearsay. Nothing that the prosecution has brought to light has been hearsay. I don't know why y'all keep saying hearsay. They have evidence. They have marriage certificates. They have eyewitnesses. They have video and audio tapes. They have DNA. Child. Y'all should be ashamed. I pray to God that this never happens to your children, because it is a horrible experience to sit back and just be like, okay, well, you know what I'm saying? You know, how y'all know this is true? What? That's just like when, you know what I'm saying, a victim comes out and tells their parents, and the parents can say, well, what did you do? What did you have on? What? Okay. But I you know, I don't really see somebody in a federal situation lying about a story. You know, okay. All right. But okay. Anyways, let me see. It's just sad. That's so sad. And y'all wonder why it takes victims so long to come out and tell their story, because you get response like this. Tamika, you says that marriage certificate fake. Okay, Tamika. All right. Bye, baby. Okay. Bye, baby. Okay. Okay. All right, Tamika. I'm not gonna respond to you no more because you talking silly. Okay, you said it is hearsay. No one was there but them. We just have to let the Lord handle it. It is not, again, this is what trials are about, sweetie. It's not hearsay no more. Those people that were there are talking. It's no longer hearsay. It's no longer hearsay when the people that were involved, yeah, we wasn't there, but they were, and they're talking. And the Lord is handling it. If you know your word, we got to abide by the law of the land. And the law of the land said that you can't rape a minor. You can't commit these crimes. So if we're going to let the Lord handle it, this is a prime example of him handling it. Because the word says we are supposed to abide by the law of the land. So what? Okay. So we're going to not abide by the law of the land? I don't believe victim shaming is the right way to have a conversation. I don't either. I don't either. That's asinine. That's sad. It's kind of like, oh, like it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's so many excuses in regards to R.Kelly, but it's no excuses for anybody else. No excuses for the people involved. Marcel says, when you get down to it, R.Kelly is a sick man, a sociopath. He chooses young girls as they are not fully mature, mental brainwashing. Darrell says, is Joy going to stand by her man, or is she going to cross him? I think she's going to stand by him because she's still with him. Just, you know, I think if you ask me, I think she's going to hang in there. Asking question, not getting sassy. It's okay. You can ask your questions here. Tanya says, what was the DNA purpose to prove? Because it is already known that they slept together. Just, I guess, further proof that it was him, and it's no longer hearsay. It's DNA. You know what I'm saying? DNA don't lie. But no, that's not a sassy question. That's a very good question, because a lot of people on the other side was asking that too. You know what I'm saying? But that shows right there that there was a situation that transpired. You know what I'm saying? And it's not nobody else's semen. But that's a good question. Okay. She says you can see the marriage certificate online through Pacer. All evidence that was published to the public in this case can be found. Come on now. Thank you, G. Huh. Thank you. I'm going to have to look that up. Thank you. There you go, Tamika. That answers your question, love. Michelle says, even if for some reason Rashonda doesn't testify, her grand jury testimony is admissible in trial. She admitted it to the grand jury that it is her. Thank you, Michelle, for that. Nikki says, the man who married them was on the stand and testified, Tamika. He signed the marriage license. I'm just, Lord, child. Lord. Miami James says, I swear it's real. Posted a pic of Joy today on Snapchat. Probably for her birthday or something like that. Ain't no telling. I think Tamika is a real person. I think she is, but I mean, you got those people that are just supporters, and I get it. We got one over here. I can't believe she's not in now. Tanya. Okay, she came and joined us last week for our convos and music and convos with Whitney D, and she's a real person. She oh yeah, Tanya's on here. Yeah, okay, Tanya. There you go. I was just talking about her. She's a supporter, you know what I'm saying? She's a supporter, and you know what I'm saying? And I think we kind of wait. I don't know if this is the same Tanya, but okay, yeah. Okay. But yeah, she supports him or what have you. She has her views, you know what I'm saying? And she's real. So you got supporters that, but then you also, I had one diehard fan. I think Nicole is in here too. She'll tell you. Nicole let me have it. Baby, she was like, you're so biased. You're just talking. You don't know. Blah, blah, blah. She was going off. Baby, she came back with another comment. Was just like, my bad. I listened to the whole video. My bad. And so I was just like, it's okay. Look, y'all got to understand. I might go back and forth with you in the comments, but y'all don't take me seriously. Y'all don't know me. We don't know each other. Y'all click that exit. I'm gone out your life. I'm not the one that's going to sit up here and find you. It's not that serious. You know what I'm saying? I'm just passionate about this. So I don't want you guys to take offense or whatever. You see, as long as you have if you know what I'm saying, can compose yourself and be respectful, you can have your opinion. And I don't mind arguing back and forth with you. Okay? So yeah, I mean that, you're fine. You're fine over here. M. Edwards says, yep, Rashonda admitted to grand jury it was her. This is why they even have a case. Yeah. Sel says, seems out of all of this, Joy truly is in love with him. Out if all of gals. Well, I wouldn't necessarily say in love. This is not love. Y'all got to understand this. This is not love. And see, that right there is sad because many girls have a distorted depiction of love. This is not love. This is not love. If you have to manipulate one's mind to love you, it's not love. And that's the reason why God gave us freedom of thought and expression. Because if you genuinely love a person, you love them. You don't have to make somebody, you don't have to beat them, you have to do this. And love is not deceitful. Okay? So I wouldn't say she's in love with him. I think that she's in lust with him. He's exposed her to lots of different stuff. This is not love. So I can't really say that, oh, she really loves him. She's in love. She's the last one standing. He was involved with all kind of different people. And for him, how can you really focus on one person to actually cultivate a relationship to actually grow love with somebody? Don't get me preaching now, but all right. G says, I got you, Tamika. That database isn't widely known, so I'm thinking it will be there. Keep up the good work, sis. Thank you. Thank you so much. Tanya, you're not disrespectful, baby. You're not. Hush your mouth, girl. You are not disrespectful at all. You're just fine over here, I promise you. On the contrary, I'm not no bully over here. You know, I'm very passionate, but no, you're fine. You're fine. Brianna said, hey, I'm a new subscriber. Woo! And happy to catch you live. Hey, Brianna, with your pretty self. Girl, you pretty. Hey. Jay says, it's okay to admit when we are wrong. That's what makes us human. I love that, Jade. I absolutely love that. Yeah, and she did. She really did. Nicole was like, my bad. You know, hey. I think it was Nicole Niche, one of them. But yeah, she was like, my bad. Marcella says, thank you, Whitney, for reading transcripts. You're welcome. And I'm going to tonight. Okay. I didn't get, because we're already finna go on an hour and 30. And I don't want this to be too long, but you guys do have an update. But tonight, we're going to read transcripts. And then we're going to get into some of these counts of bribery that, you know, y'all, we going to see. Y'all let me know. Tamika says, I love Whitney. I will never disrespect her, guys. She's an amazing person, despite when I do come over here and work her nerves. Tamika, you know me, girl. You know. Thank you, honey. And I know that the majority of you guys really are cool people. And that's the reason why you will never get disrespected over here. And to be honest with you guys, this is not my life. I'm just being honest with you. While I was on live with you guys, I got a call earlier that my brother broke his hand or smashed his hand or something like that. Like, I deal with real life when I cut this off. So no shade, no tea. I don't take this stuff that seriously. When I talk to the likes of Angelo, we don't even talk about what's going on with his daughter and all this stuff. We talk about real stuff. So I don't take none of this seriously because fortunately, this is not my life. I didn't have to go through these things. I had my own experiences. So that's why I do look at these situations differently. But I would never disrespect y'all. That's why I tell y'all come correct to me, I'll come correct to you. But I'm gonna give you the same energy. You know what I'm saying? But thank you, Tamika. I know, honey bunches. That's why you fine over here, girl. Whatever you say, you know what I'm saying. Nicole says, is the public official who took the bribe going to be brought in to testify? If all I and T are crossed, people would not doubt as much. Probably, right? That's a good question, Nicole. I have no idea. Tanya says, it's like you getting loud in some house trying to fight. That's a no. Yeah. Nicole, you're fine. That was just sweet. I like that story. I love that story with Nicole because that takes a real courageous person to come back and right their wrong. You know what I'm saying? And I'm an open person that I'll accept your apology. You know what I'm saying? Most people are like, nah. I just believe in forgiveness. And, you know, and that's the reason why I guess I just look at R.Kelly like, bruh, like, you did something wrong. So regardless of what you want to believe or not, you did something wrong. Be it that you didn't send these girls back when you found out the truth about their age. Be it whatever the case may be. You did something wrong. But for you to just sit here and be like, you did nothing wrong, I just can't roll with that. We are subject to error, especially if we are products of abuse ourselves. He is. I mean, I did some mistakes based off of the contingencies of what I went through. You know what I'm saying? So that just does not sit well with me. It just frustrates me. M. Edward says, nah, not love. He destroyed Joy's mind. Absolutely. Did y'all remember that fight with her ass? Real look how she was like, you so disrespect. It was just weird. Her eyes just, everybody's like, well, what you expect? Nah, it was just a difference there. Then y'all saw how she was dressed, sweated up, you know, and it's just sad. It's just sad. Love don't beat you. Love is patient and kind. Come on now. He has poisoned her body, mind, and spirit. Literally poisoned her body with that STD. She has those sexual demons. Yep. And you gotta understand when you lay with people, the hell said, hey y'all, rainy day. Oh, beautifully animated says Stockholm syndrome. It's real. Tanya says he is a trick. He wanted to be in a sugar daddy position. Wow, interesting. Nicole said, love is patient and love is kind. This clearly is not love at all. Michelle said, also, the indictment says others have firsthand knowledge that it is Rashonda because he was molesting them at the same time. God, disgusting. Tanya says, I'm finna to change my profile. I'm pretty too. We know you are, Tanya. I know you pretty, baby. You've been on the channel. So it says, tell me then, why has Joy not gone to like Azrael? Let me tell you why. Because let's be real. Okay, let me break this down in layman's terms. Okay, let me just break it down in like layman's terms. All right, it's kind of like, if I don't know if your parents. I'm from the South. I will always hear like with my friends, parents and stuff like that, oh, what I'm saying, she's smelling herself, what I'm saying, or she thinks she grown because she was sexually active. When you've been exposed to different stuff, it brings about different things in you, right? And the thing is that if you notice your first, you have that sense of connection to. Well, it can be first as far as the transferring of your virginity, or it can be first good penis. Okay, why you think a lot of women stay with some of the ugliest men, or what I'm saying, some of the most abusive, some of the most whatever men you can think about, they'll say the sex is good. Okay, that sexual deviancy there, that spirit that's dwelling over her, that's why she's not leaving. And then the support between her and the likes of Azrael is totally different. Totally different. Okay. And also, we got to depict how her upbringing was when it comes to the likes of Joy and Azrael. Okay. So you don't know if she just feel like she don't really have nothing to go back to when it comes to not being really close to her family or parents or whatever. I don't care what the savages depict. No shade, no tea. And I'm being serious. Okay. We sat up there and watched the likes of Azrael live stream, fuss, and fight on Gayle King, only to go back to the same people that she said beat her, abused her, and did all these things to her. So we could be asking the same question to her. Why go back to your parents when you allege that they did that to you? You know what I'm saying? So it's no different for Joy. She's staying because she kind of, that's all she knows. You know what I'm saying? And he got in her mind. If it's lust, she can go with another man or woman, as he is gone and no good to her now. Yeah, that's true. But he ain't really gone. His operation is still thriving, Michelle said Faith gave testimony that of all the girls, Joy was the one who tried the hardest. So many accounts of Joy's mistreatment from the other girls. Yeah, and she finally got that spot that she been wanting. So she's riding this thing till the wheels fall off, unfortunately. It's sad to say. That's not love. She just the only one left. And we're going to get into Faith's testimony. I got that transcript, y'all. I got that transcript. We're going to finish out John Doe, but I'm just, man. Nikki says Joy turned her back to the man who was filming her also. She never looked at him. Say that. Marcel says, so if he goes to jail, Joy will need mental health and therapy for a long time. Messed up that girl. Oh, he already in jail. You see the dynamics is still there of that enterprise. That's why as the head falls, it will trickle down, and then you will see what she does after that. Does she go back home to her family, or does she just, keep it pushing? We'll see. And you says Pacer has all the answers. Nikki says Joy will need a lot of therapy. He has destroyed her mind. Absolutely. I'm not gonna say that. Lisa Van Allen can corroborate Rashonda. Suzette Freeman says, if you are a sick person, you don't go get professional help. Your sickness will manifest within you and others around you. That is a good freaking point. Good point. Absolutely good point, Suzette. The hell says she's now first. Far cry from that damn couch he had her in. Sad-ish is that he had to go to jail for her to be comfortable. Didn't I just say that? Yep. Tamika says, Whitney, do you believe Lisa Van Allen is credible, especially after she extorted him for over $200,000? I feel as though that has something to do with the allegations. In all honesty, that's just me. Because, and we're going to talk about it tonight, they tried to bribe Azriel. Would that be a form of extortion or whatever if she went into it? Does that take away from her experience and her story? No. I feel like she was willing to pay for her story. If you ask me, is it morally right? No, it's not. But does it take and that's what I'm saying. People are deflecting, and it's a form of deflection. Sorry, Tamika. When people talk about parents, although we do know some parents were involved, allegedly, and I feel like if that's brought to light, they need to be with his behind. However, it's a form of deflection when you keep digging in on the credibility of these alleged victims. I don't care if they were fast. I don't care if they were butt naked. I don't care about none of that. What did he do with the cards that he was dealt? Did he pay Lisa? And if he paid her, for what? If you did nothing wrong, what is there to pay? And furthermore, it's just I just don't have no excuses for it. He was the adult. At the end of the day. Hill says the Savages loves their daughter. They know she's a rough spot right now. They tried to be aggressive. It got them nowhere. Yeah, I think that's where they messed up at. They tried the lighter hand. It didn't work. They pray every day for sure. I believe they do. I didn't say that they didn't. I just feel as though that because y'all gotta understand, all these alleged victims was to believe that their families, their parents did not love them. Okay? We see, we've heard evidence of letters, all of this stuff. And we've heard the extent that he went to put that in their heads to believe these very things. So much so that a lot of you guys believe the letters that they were coerced to do. Not that it was facts. So I don't believe that the Savages don't love their child, because they the one brought the fight to the forefront. But I'm saying she doesn't believe that. You know what I'm saying? She is the one that's having the issue with that, because, like I said, with the difference between Azriel and Joy, they both believe that their parents, were garbage and all this stuff per him. However, the support is different. I think it's just like you said, that they made some bad attempts. You know what I'm saying? They made some bad attempts, and I think that's only the difference between that. If you ask me. Michelle says, I think Joy has hurt. She knew Az was leaving and she was going to be alone. She was crying and distraught when she told R.Kelly Az was leaving. She was scared. Yeah. Yep. I believe that. Lisa Van Allen told Vlad TV that R. Kelly told her he married Aaliyah so she could get an abortion and slept with Diane. I wouldn't doubt it. That's why mom is kind of mum's the word. So Lisa is consistent. She may have got money. She said he did what he did. That's what I said. At the end of the day, it doesn't take away from the allegations. I don't care about that. It doesn't take away from what a person does. You can, I mean, let's talk about it real quick before we wrap this live up. Are we gonna forget about the John Doe that was on trial for Usher? Oh yeah. There was a John Doe that he paid under the table. Does that take away from his experiences with Usher and him being exposed to herpes? No. It's just paid away. Just like the plus size girl. Everybody's like, he would never. He did. He paid her too to be quiet and gone on about her business too. So at the end of the day, I don't care. Yeah, Usher J, but I don't care. Look it up, baby. Look it up. Yep. But you know, I don't. It is, again, it's what you can prove in regards to them breaking the law. Jay said, where there's smoke, there's fire. Yep. And Melwar says, yep, Savage loved that girl. That is their daughter. I can't imagine what they feel. I can't either. And then she's grown. You know what I'm saying? So it's like so much you can do. She grown. You know what I'm saying? But then that tells you right there, do we just chalk stuff up because a person is grown? No one deserves to go through any kind of form of abuse, period. And I think that's what people are failing to realize. It's not just about them being kids and stuff like that. It's about, these are still people, y'all. We still shouldn't want this to be happening to them, to these individuals, because they're still people at the end of the day. No one should have to go through that. Who is the girl that does not want to testify now after watching herself on video? That's a good question. I have no idea. Inquiring minds would like to know. She's just a Jane Doe, so I have no idea. People were speculating that it was Lisa, but I don't know. Alice says, there's a John Doe that isn't coming forward now that we know. In addition, I believe there were more, but didn't know. Yeah, so far we only just heard from 2. Yep. The Hell says, we will continue to support and pray for everyone involved. This is a forever violation of their youth leading into their adult. Yep. I'm glad they'll by the minimum get to know Joy. Yeah, they'll see Joy's face. Yeah. And soon time. Jay says, I heard the Usher had herpes, but I never heard about the fling with the guy. Just the girl. See? Yeah. And it would have been no different with this situation with R. Kelly. But see, I'm pressing the issue. Look around on YouTube and show me and send me links of people talking about the John Doe. Nobody want to talk about that with anybody. Show you right, Jay. Yep. Nobody talks about the men on men situations. All of these dirty, fast, hot tail grown girls. So was John Doe not fast? Did he not want it? From my recollection to this day, he's married. He has kids. He didn't want to be involved with R. Kelly. He told him his fantasy is about threesome with women. Okay. John Doe didn't even see the light of day when it came to Usher's trial. He paid him completely up under the table. Child. Jill says, if he had given Lisa $1 million, it doesn't change the fact that her and R. Kelly had sex with Rashonda when she was 14 years old. Period. Period. Alice says she believed it was Dominique. So you believe it was Dominique who heard the audio and didn't want to do it? Interesting. I don't know. I think Dominique is very strong. I think she's in a better place now. I think she's in a better place. I could be wrong, but that's when I first heard it. I initially thought the same thing, but that was based off of how I saw her respond to how she was responding in the documentary. But I gotta take into consideration she was with Chow. So maybe those were emotions on top of everything she was going through. But I don't know. I don't know who that was. I have no idea. I would love to know too. Jay says, I heard Usher had herpes, but I never. Oh, yeah. I read that. Linda says, these girls are babies, not adults. Shake my effing head. Well, they were. They're adults now. That's what I'm saying. They're adults now. And I think that's what people fail to realize. See, we weren't there when they were 16, 17 years old. And we see these grown people now and we can't fathom. Yeah, it happened. Allegedly. Beautifully Animated says, same here. I didn't know about Usher and a dude. Yep. Matter of fact, let me pull it up. Let me pull it up. I ready? Okay. I'm gonna read this article to y'all because see, I tell y'all I'm about facts over here. Y'all ready? Let me take this off. I'm gonna read this real quick, and then I'm gonna get back into the comments. But let me show y'all about Usher and his John Doe. There we go. Try to tell y'all gonna listen to me one day. I don't got nothing to lie to y'all about over here. It's not that serious for me. Singer Usher finally done with the last herpes lawsuit, wraps it up. December 13th of 2019. There you go. Singer Usher has wrapped up the final legal battle relating to the 20 million herpes battle. According to the court documents obtained by The Blast, Usher's insurance company has informed the court they are dismissing their lawsuit against the singer. Back in 2017, New York Marine and General Insurance sued Usher and his company, Fast Pace Inc. At the time, Usher was facing multiple lawsuits accusing him of exposing sexual partners to herpes without disclosing the STD. A Georgia woman demanded $20 million, claiming she contracted herpes from Usher after having sexual relations twice. After the case was filed by a woman named Quantasia Sharton, Jane Doe, and John Doe, the plaintiffs accused Usher of not telling them about the STD before. His insurance company didn't want to cover any damages. Usher was ordered to pay. They claim his policies didn't cover STD-related legal actions. This suit took issue with Usher over a 2012 settlement he paid out to a woman for allegedly infecting her. The insurance company said Usher never informed them of that settlement when he signed with them in 2016. The case dragged on for over a year while Usher dealt with the two legal battles. The $20 million case was quickly settled with the terms of the deal kept confidential. He recently hashed out a deal with Quintasia, Jane, and John Doe. Okay. Oh, okay. I tell y'all, I don't have to I don't have to lie to y'all about anything. Okay, not over here. Okay, but see, nobody knew about that, right? He settled out of court. Yeah, he tried to make that go bye bye. Okay, he recently hashed out a deal with court. He paid them under the table. Paid them under the table. Paid them under the table. Okay, let me go back on her and wrap this up. Yes, sir. Told y'all. Paid John Doe and Jay Doe up under the table. Okay, I saw a question before we went to that. But yep, that's what I was telling y'all about John Doe with Usher. Yeah, I don't know about it because he didn't file that settlement. He didn't put that on there, and he slept with the big girl too. Like, why? Yeah, it's so surprising. Okay. Marcel said, Whitney, what are your thoughts? What are your views about Suzette manager did not know of sexual encounters? I did a video on that, baby. And it's funny because G's in the comments now, and she know how I felt about that. That's a lie from hell, and I actually proved that it was a lie. We actually went over text messages that she had corresponding with other employees. So she lied. She perjured herself on trial, and know that she's gonna be held accountable with that because she lied. Alex says, I do believe, other than handlers, enablers, that his sex partner should not be held responsible for who they were made to have. Yeah, I don't think so either. And I think, Alex, to be honest with you, they're not going to hold them accountable. They're not, because Lisa is, she's cooperating. She's being honest. But if you think about it, you heard Azrael while she was fighting with Joy. She said, we had sex together. Mind you, Joy was older than her. That's what I'm saying. Joy should not get her butt on that stand. She's forgetting all this stuff. And I got that video on my channel. I got the video on my channel of that fight and her saying that. You had sex with him. I was a minor when you had sex with me. Yeah, Joy get her butt on this stand. She's gonna perjure herself. Good luck with that. And let her get on that stand. I promise you, I'm gonna bring that video back up. I promise you. I promise you. I'm gonna play that video again. They said, I knew about the girl because everyone was doubting her story and calling her fat and ugly. Yep. But he busted wide open on her and gave her herpes. Jay said, how is that possible without being registered? Someone's not taking their meds. Do you think Summer, this main gal, knew about the side chicks as she was also pregnant and living in Trump Tower? These young gals, did they know about Summer too? They said Azrael was the main gal. I think Summer was before Az. Once Az came in, Summer was gone. Andrew said, but Usher never messed with minors. Exactly. That's why it's no scrutiny. I mean, if these people were grown women, I would just be concerned about their abuse. But whatever they want to do, sexual or whatever, they grown. But when you're having sex with minors, when you're abusing people, that's a problem. That's a problem. G said, laughing out, wraps it up. No pun, right? I'm not gonna play with you, G. You stop it. Nikki says, G go, I know, right? Silly butt. Michelle says, one person does not a criminal enterprise make. I hope the enablers don't think the government is done with them. Did they stop? Yep, that's exactly. So what y'all gotta understand is what they're trying to prove right now, which they've done that already, is that Kelly is the head of this enterprise. Enterprises have different parts, right? And so they are just establishing him being the head of it. That's when that RICO charge comes in, that top boss, that the mafia type of style. She said, yep, it's in her text. Exactly. So Suzette perjured herself. She lied. And prosecution brought that up for a purpose. Know that. Linda says, my kids, boys and girls, still my babies will fight for them always. I'm fighting for my baby girl. Exactly. Hey, West Coast said, had to go in the bushes for a second. I hope it's not over. It's not, babe. We still talking. So says, Juice the trainer, and who is Big Mama Bear? Asriel. Asriel is Mama Bear. Well, was Mama Bear. Mm-hmm. Dennis Jones, hi, honey, says a doctor have to register a person that has STDs to the CDC. That's how to get statistics who have herpes and who have STDs like HIV, diseases like that. That's what you mean by register. Okay, thank you, Dennis. But y'all gotta understand, with celebrity comes a little bit of a leeway. You really think that they're gonna put all these celebrities that have STDs in CDC, which we can look up? No, they're not gonna do that. You see how the likes of Nicki Minaj's husband didn't want to sign up and register as a offender, and they were about there. You know what I'm saying? Come on now, celebrities have a bit of a leeway. Alice says Dominique is still very much scared and definitely suffers with trauma responses. Though I believe she's joyous of her new life, but she's still nervous out in public, etc. Rightfully so. You know, I would agree. I would agree. I mean, I'm triggered in certain areas. I'm triggered in certain areas. However, I don't know. You know, I would hope that she would gather herself enough to be able to do this for other people, you know, for people that are involved. You know what I'm saying? But I can see that. I can see that, you know, but like you said, rightfully so. I can see that. West Coast says he may have gotten away with just sex, but he wants to pee on and hit them. Yeah, it's a lot. G Darden says, come on, they titled that article like that on purpose. They did. Jay said, I could have sworn I heard you on another live saying that if you have a sex related disease, huh? You said what? You said I said that on another live? I'm confused. Clarify that for me, because I don't know what you meant. Jay said, true, my bad. I forgot all about HIPAA law. What? Are you asking me, Jay? I'm confused, baby. I'm confused. TT says, yes, money talks. Yep. Denise says, the doctor is a registered person, just like a teacher, just like any other professional. They are registered. I get that. But Dennis, do you not recall his doctor being on the stand? He was kicking it with him. He was kicking it with him. He was doing all kinds of just giving him medicines and stuff like that. I don't know. I don't think these doctors are just like but I don't think they're following protocol. Like TT said, money talks. Yes, money talks. No, I don't. Like the doctor that gave the medicine to Michael Jackson. Grown people have a choice. Minors don't have the tools to deal with this type of manipulation. Yep. Jay says, do you think Aaliyah would have to take the stand if she had lived? I think so. They would have subpoenaed her. That's a good question, Jay. I think so. They would have subpoenaed her. West Coast Bell says, when Suzette was getting caught in her lies, I was like, child. Then it says, it doesn't have nothing to do with sexual register. It doesn't have nothing to do with sexual registry. Totally different. Okay. TT says, they need to punish him like MJ Doctor. Yep, exactly. All right, you guys, this video is 2 hours long. I'm gonna wrap it here. I love y'all so very much. We're gonna pick things up tonight, so make sure you guys stay tuned. I'm coming back tonight. I want to say 7:30 Central Standard Time. I'm going to pre-schedule it so you guys can come back and set the reminder for it. And we can just go from there. Okay, so thank you guys again for tuning in. If you have anything you would like to send to me, whether it be just an email saying good job, Whitney, hey, look into this, Whitney, send it to reviews to whitneyd@gmail.com, and I guarantee you that I'll respond. Okay, embarking on some kind of business professional tip, and you need a email, a logo, or you're trying to get started on YouTube and you need an intro, outro, and you like my graphics, cool bees. Hit me up at whitneydavisplanning.com or whitneydavisplanning@gmail.com, and I will get in touch with you, and we can just move on from there. Okay. And furthermore, if you would like to help my channel grow monetarily, I love your cash apps, no doubt. However, if you look at the bottom of the screen, you can send your monetary donations directly to me at any time you're viewing this video. At any time, you can send that to me, and I guarantee you it goes back into my channel. I get transcripts, I get graphics, or whatever the case may be. Okay, but not for nothing, you guys. Thank you so very much for tuning in to Whitney D. I am she, and I'm signing off. Hold on. Let me see. Somebody says, I don't think it was Dominique. It could be Lisa Van Allen, as she did steal from him and videotape. That is what the person got caught stealing. Tina says, don't forget to hit. Thank you. Okay. All right, you guys. I love y'all so very much. I'm going to see y'all tonight, okay? Come back here. Same back time, same back place. I'm outie. 5,000. Bye.
Today I saw a ladybug, and it's so crazy because Whitney used to always call me Ladybug, and we used to have thousands of ladybugs in Virginia come summertime. We used to open up all the windows, and thousands of ladybugs would just come into the house. They would fly into the house, and it would just be the most beautiful thing ever. And I saw a ladybug today, and it made me think of Whitney. That's so crazy. It really made me think of Whitney.